Welcome back to Simple Learning, my dear students. We are going to discuss all the semester 2 topics in this channel. We have already covered a few videos regarding the Supreme Court and other topics. And now in our semester 2 series, we continue with the chapter page by page discussion of the High Court and subordinate courts. So let us continue. Before we continue, I would like you to like, share, and subscribe to the channel so that we have a better understanding of what is required by students and I can produce more videos accordingly. So let us start. I will mark the syllabus page by page for you so you can be very sure of what you have to do, especially in this chapter where there are lots and lots of subheadings. You will only do the scope of syllabus. You do not need to worry about the remaining part of the chapter. So let's start. So the High Court and subordinate courts is a part of the judiciary unit, which is a part of your civics section for your semester 2 exam. Now, if you see the syllabus box here, it says composition, qualification of judges and their appointment. Jurisdiction and functions are not in syllabus for this year, so you can cancel them. This has already been covered in the Supreme Court chapter. There's a video on that too. If you haven't seen, you can go and check it out. So this chapter is quite reduced, but it's such a long chapter that children normally get confused. So take your book along with me and mark page by page. Then you also have subordinate courts where you will do the distinction between the court of district judge and sessions court, and also lok adalats, their meanings and advantages. So let's get started. The first paragraph of every chapter you are supposed to read so that you have a good understanding of what you're reading about. So the first paragraph tells you about the different high courts in India and also that how some of the high courts cater to one or more states as well. But for your exam purpose, you are starting with the composition. So composition, each high court consists of a chief justice and other judges as the president of India may appoint from time to time. So there is no set number of judges here, but of course there is a chief justice and certain number of judges. Besides, it says the president has the power to appoint additional judges for a temporary period not exceeding 2 years, and also an acting judge when a permanent judge other than the chief justice is temporarily absent or unable to perform his duties, then the president may even appoint an acting judge in the high court. All right, the next part you will do is the qualifications. Now this is good to know because you will be able to compare and you will be able to do your questions accordingly in exam, because here some of the qualifications are similar but not all. So I would suggest that when you do the chapters of Supreme Court and High Court, make a table and write qualifications of Supreme Court judges on one side and qualifications of High Court judges on the other side, so you can have the comparison and you can easily remember in case a tricky question comes where you have to read very thoroughly if they're asking you about the High Court or the Supreme Court judge. Now, qualifications for a High Court judge are that he should be a citizen of India, of course. He should not be over the age of 62 years. He should have held a judicial office in the territory of India for at least 10 years. Or, now this or is very important, which children normally overlook. Or means he should have this qualification or that qualification. So either one of them. So when you write a 3 marks answer, you have to use this word or here. He has been an advocate of a high court for at least 10 years. So either he should have held a judicial office in India for 10 years or he should have been properly an advocate of a high court for at least 10 years. Now, when you do the Supreme Court chapter, there is a qualification that he should be a distinguished jurist in the opinion of the president, but that is not in the case of the High Court judges. So don't write it in case you're asked the qualification of a High Court judge, and that's specifically mentioned here also. That qualification is removed for High Court judges. After that, you have appointment of judges. Very important and very commonly asked question: who appoints the judges of High Court? Suppose you are asked. So it is the Chief Justice in consultation with the President of India and the President of Supreme Court. Sorry, the Chief Justice of High Court is appointed by the President of India. First of all the appointments are made by the President. And then it is in consultation with the Chief Justice of Supreme Court, because he is the highest in this system of judiciary, and he knows people in the judicial circles very well, their performances, their track record. So the president consults the chief justice of supreme court, and because it is the appointment of a high court judge, the president also consults the governor of the concerned state. So you can always write CJI plus G to remember. P is equal to CJI plus G. I know it's funny, but you can always remember like that. That president appoints the Chief Justice of High Court in consultation with the CJI, that is the Chief Justice of India, plus the governor of that concerned state. Then after selection of the Chief Justice, he appoints the other judges of the High Court also. Now, President shall consult the Chief Justice of India, the governor of the state, and of course the person whom he has appointed as the chief justice of that high court, in order to appoint the other judges of the high court. I hope this is clear. You can replay and try to understand this. This is very important because this can be part of the MCQ. It can be a tricky question there. Whom does the president consult in appointment of chief justice of high court, and whom does the president consult in appointment of the other judges of high court? Conditions of service you are not supposed to do, so you can cancel it out. Hence the cancellation starts. Retirement, removal and transfer also you really do not need to do, children, but first paragraph I would really like you to read, that a judge of high court enjoys security of tenure and can remain in office till he has attained the age of 62 years. So 62 is the retirement age for high court judge, whereas 65 is the age of retirement for a Supreme Court judge. All right, so you can cancel this part. And then you can also cancel this part. You can also cancel salaries and emoluments of judges, restrictions on practice and other conditions. Now, since you've already done powers and jurisdiction of Supreme Court, you are not supposed to do it for the High Court. The entire thing you can cancel, original jurisdiction. This table also you really don't need to know about for exam, but for general knowledge you can always read that which high court caters to which of the states. Then please cancel appellate jurisdiction and all these paragraphs. Civil cases not in syllabus, criminal cases not in syllabus, functions of high court, settlement of disputes not in syllabus, enforcement of fundamental rights not in syllabus, advisory jurisdiction of high court not in syllabus, revisory not in syllabus. If you've seen my other video on Supreme Court, you know that these points are already covered in the chapter on Supreme Court, hence they have reduced it from the High Court chapter. Judicial review again is not in syllabus, so entire page number 213 is not in syllabus. Then again, you are not doing the court of record. Cancel High Court's power of superintendence. Cancel administrative functions. All the points here should be cancelled. Independence of High Court is also not in syllabus. Now what we start with next is the subordinate courts. Now in subordinate courts, this is again a matter for reading because directly from here nothing is going to be asked. So you can even cancel it so you don't waste time on this. But I would really suggest you to read. This table is again for knowledge. It's not required for exam. Civil courts not required. Now, court of the district judge is not directly in syllabus, but I would like you to read this because this will help you to understand the difference between the court of the district judge and court of the sessions judge. And very important line given here is, you can mark this, when a judge decides civil cases, he is called the district judge, and when he decides criminal cases, then the same person
It's 2 o'clock.
is known as the sessions judge. So when a judge decides civil cases, he is called district judge. When he decides criminal cases, he is called the sessions judge. This difference you must always know. This could be helpful in your MCQs as well. Right. They could ask you when a judge decides civil cases, what is he called? Or a district judge decides which kind of cases, civil cases, criminal cases, constitutional cases, or revenue cases. Then you have to mark that a district judge decides civil cases. If they have a question that what kind of cases does the sessions judge deal with? Is it civil, criminal, revenue cases, or something else? Then you have to mark that sessions judge deals with criminal cases. This difference is very important to know. Then the remaining part you do not need to do. Court of Civil Judge is also not there. Municipal courts cancelled. Court of Small Causes cancelled. Term of office cancelled. So lot of syllabus here is cancelled. But now the next part is this table. Here, this is a direct question that can be asked. Mention any three differences between the Court of District Judge and Sessions Court. So all these differences are important. Although you will learn three or four in order to write in a tabular form, the same way you can write in your paper when you are asked a question about the difference between the Court of District Judge and Sessions Court. But I would really suggest you to read all these because there is a point given here. The district judge acts as a deputy commissioner and district collector. This could be asked in MCQ. Who knows? So you should actually read all the details of the differences. Then there is one more thing given here. The sessions judge does not perform any administrative functions. So these kind of differences you must know. So this table is very important. Remaining part of the page you can easily cancel fully. You do not have to do anything from here. And here also you can cancel. Then the next page you have courts of revenue. Again, not required as per your syllabus, but you will start with Lok Adalats. Now, Lok Adalats you have in syllabus meaning and their advantages. So here the meaning is Lok Adalat means people's court. And there are certain key words you must use here. You must write that Lok Adalats are a legal forum to provide legal aid and quick justice to those who are not in a position to engage lawyers or to bear the expenses of legal proceedings. These lines are important when you write the definition of a Lok Adalat. Maybe it is given for 2 marks. You must know what is the Lok Adalat all about. It is a legal forum for those who want quick justice but they cannot engage lawyers. So it's a quick and inexpensive way to provide legal aid to the weaker sections of society. Then you do not need to do this. You do not need to learn this. You do not need to do National Lok Adalat or Permanent Lok Adalat. Come to the next page. You do not need to do Mobile Lok Adalat or working of Lok Adalats. You will do this, which is extremely important again for your 3 marks question. Advantages of Lok Adalats. So advantages, you can always mark some keywords from here. They settle family feuds, disputes between neighbors and minor cases of assault and injury. They deliver fast and inexpensive justice to any person who can move a Lok Adalat. Any person can move a Lok Adalat by an application or plain paper or using the format available with legal service authorities and expect speedy justice. So fast and inexpensive justice is important here. They reduce the workload of the other courts. That line you can use. And Lok Adalats promote social justice by providing legal aid to weaker sections of society. This is all you have to do in this chapter till here. 4 advantages of Lok Adalats. You do not have to do at all the scope of Lok Adalats or this table, and also you are not doing the family courts. So again, you can go to the chapter at a glance and also the questions at the end of the chapter to have a better understanding of, a quick understanding of answering the questions. But I hope this video has helped you to understand what is exactly the scope of syllabus as per ICSE Council, and you will not waste time in unnecessary, knowledge of other things. You will stick to the scope of the syllabus and be able to prepare very well. If you have found any value in this video, children, I request you to please like it, share it with your friends, and subscribe to the channel, and I will see you in my next video. Meanwhile, in comment box, you can also mention what kind of videos you would like or what kind of more explanation do you want with the chapters. Meanwhile, I'm also preparing new videos and I'll be back soon. So thank you and have a good day, and also like, share and subscribe. Bye bye.